So I'm going to start this video off with a little bit of a spoiler warning. In case you haven't watched the Pokemon anime at all, Japanese or the English dub for Journeys, and you want to catch up on that, come back to this video maybe at another time. But hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm WillStalker25, and today I'm doing a different video. I'm talking about the Pokemon anime today, specifically because it's kind of sad. So this is kind of like a discussion, ramble, news video as well. Yeah, I just want to talk about it because today is December 16th, 2022, when I'm recording this. This might go up tomorrow, might go up today still, I'm not sure. But yeah, so we did get confirmation today. Pokemon Journeys final episode just did air in Japan, episode 136. Little fun fact, apparently if you add up all of the Pokemon Journey episodes with the special one-offs episodes and the Arceus arc and stuff like that, and the upcoming things that they have planned, apparently it adds up to 151 episodes for Journeys as a total, which is a really nice callback, I guess, to the original 151 Pokemon. And the saddest part, though, about the end of Journeys is this possibly is marking the end of Ash and Pikachu's journey together. The Pokemon anime has been going on for 25 years now. It started in April 1st, 1997, and it has now continued to December 16th, 2022. Almost 25 years. For at least the dub and everything and whatnot. And it's sad. But we do have another episode next week. It's apparently a one-off. December 23rd is its release date, 2022. It's called Pokemon Distant Blue Skies. Not much is fully known about it. I'm not going to read the descriptions or anything like that, but it talks about Ash meeting someone, different character, and it sounds like this might be maybe in that new movie universe that they did, where they did the two movies that are continuous of each other, but they don't tie it to the anime. It's like a different reboot Ash there. But that's that. Another thing is we have confirmation that on January 13th, 2023 is the start of a 11 episode special series called Pokemon Aim to be a Pokemon Master, where it's supposed to be the end of Ash and Pikachu's journey, their conclusion. It's not much described about it. I don't know if this is a theory or this was a slight description that we should be seeing most, if not all, of Ash's previous travel companions. At least we know we're probably going to see Misty and Brock. I think we have confirmation on those. But this is where a spoiler comes in. In the end of the episode special preview for this episode, we have an image of Ash meeting, in his journey outfit, Ash meeting Butterfree and Butterfree's girlfriend from when Ash released Butterfree, 20 years ago. And he's meeting him again. Who knows if he'll reacquire him and recapture him, or if it's just a meeting, a checking in on your friend type thing. Maybe that's all this episode is. Maybe that's what this special episode is supposed to be, is him meeting, and maybe he'll go meet up with Lapras again. Maybe he'll go meet up and get back Primeape. Maybe he'll go find Pidgeot and reacquire Pidgeot. Who knows? Or maybe he'll just check up on all these Pokemon. But that's all we really know. But the saddest part about this, why this is the conclusion that they said, is in April 2023, we have a new Pokemon anime with two new protagonists, a male and female protagonist named Rico or Rika, I think it's Rico, and Roy. Now this is my little theory that I've got, and I think some other people are theorizing this too, is with the girl protagonist, that I'll have a picture on screen right now, this is also supposed to be in Paldea, the new Scarlet and Violet generation, as well as it's dealing with the 3 new starters, and probably I'm assuming this will just be maybe this anime is its own thing, and then afterwards maybe we'll move on to another set of characters or something, or maybe this is a time jump, and this is what I'm kind of thinking. It's a time jump to the future somewhere, and this is the possibly daughter of Ash and maybe a different person that we haven't met, different female person we haven't met yet in the anime, and that's his future wife. Maybe it's Dawn, maybe it's Serena from X and Y, but I'm almost leaning towards possibly Dawn, because she kind of, as you can see here, she kind of has Dawn's face a little bit. She has Dawn's bluish black hair, a combination of Dawn and Ash's bluish black hair. She also has a pin, what looks like in her hair, a little barrette pin thing, which is the original symbol for Ash's original cap from the anime, the league symbol, the little almost L Nike swoosh looking thing, kind of. But another thing is she's wearing specifically a what looks like a Thunderstone pendant on her neck, for like a necklace, and it almost makes me think like this is possibly Ash and like Serena's or Ash and Dawn's or Ash and somebody's daughter, and we're gonna have an anime jump at the end of the 11 episode thing, or we'll find out in this anime that she is Ash's kid. Who knows? And the other boy possibly looks like he could be like Go's kid, or maybe it's Ash's kid there too. I don't know. Maybe it's Go and Chloe. Who knows? But that's speculation. So that's all I want to talk about with that. But the main point of this video is kind of just like to talk about and ramble about my thoughts and feelings about, them potentially fully retiring Ash permanently. And I think it's really sad to think about because as someone who's 27 going on 28 years old, grew up with the anime, grew up waking up early in the morning before school and before I was even in school and stuff like that, and watching Pokemon, buying the little Takara, is it Takara Tomy or Takara Tome, the little old like Pokemon figurine, figures that you could buy, buying those, the old Pokemon Battle Stadium game where like you had the Pokemon that went on the actual stadium and they like had like buttons that battled, and collecting the Pokemon cards and playing the games and having the Pokemon, stuffed animals and stuff like that, and all the memories that I have, it's sad to think about. And I do want to say really quick, a quick thank you and like shout out and whatnot to the original voice actress for Ash in the dub, Veronica Taylor. She voiced Ash from April 1st, 1997 until 2006. And then you have Sarah Natoshini, I think it's Natoshini, who voiced Ash from 2006 until present day. And I want to thank both of them because without them, Ash wouldn't have been brought to life in the dub. And as a young kid, growing up, I didn't have a lot of like friends outside of like my family. So I kind of had a lonely, childhood friendship wise. I made a couple friends through Pokemon, and I've made other friends through Pokemon throughout the years, and that's kind of why I'm doing YouTube now, is because, Pokemon brings so many people together and whatnot, and there's so many experiences you could have, so I figured why not, I'm not focusing the channel solely on Pokemon, but I wanted to do Pokemon content because it's something that I love, it's something I've been passionate about for years, and that's why I want to say thank you to both Veronica and Sarah, because, like I said, without them, we wouldn't have the Ash that we're familiar with, that we know in the dub and stuff like that. And like I said, as having a lonely childhood, kind of friendship-wise, and Pokemon being my go-to, being a lot of the anime, Ash always kind of felt like a friend, felt like a friend that you could go, like you could watch, that, that I grew up with, and a lot of us grew up with. Even though Ash didn't grow up with us, he still, as he didn't grow physically with us, he still grew up with us. And it feels like I said, it feels like we're losing, at least it feels like to me, that I'm losing a potential longtime friend. And I said this on Twitter that it's really sad to think about with them getting rid of Ash, because like it feels like it's like my one last thing of my childhood that I kind of had, that I was holding on to, was Ash. Because like, I watched Digimon, I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yugi and Tai and stuff like that, they retired them after, a year, even though, Digimon has gone back and they're doing the things where they're like, they rebooted it and everything like that. It felt like Ash was that like kind of longtime friend that, I've had for 25 years, even though the anime's had its ups and downs. Like I didn't really watch much of Black and White and Sun and Moon. I wasn't thrilled with the art style change, but I've still always gone back to it. I've still kept up with it. It's always like, it's kind of like Ash is that friend that you always check in on every once in a while to see how he's doing. Even if you're not interested in Pokemon, you always still kind of try to keep up with them to just make sure your buddy's doing all right. And it feels like we're kind of losing that. and it's just very sad to think about. And I don't want this episode to be, this video to be entirely, sad. I'm gonna have video things popping up on screen, but um, the big thing about the anime, this is spoilers, is I don't know if I said it, but I think in the 11 episode thing at the end of the special preview, we seen that Ash in his Journey's outfit is re-encountering Butterfree. So it's kind of speculation for the 11 episode thing and what I would like to see. For Journeys, for me, I felt like it was a really good series, and I kept up with it, and I really liked the Masters 8 tournament and stuff like that. But I feel like Journeys as a whole really kind of let me down with the fact that it was Ash's ultimate, master quest thing, calling back to a Pokemon title, but it was his master quest of becoming a Pokemon champion, defeating Leon, and he only used his Journey team, which I liked the Journey team, but I wish I would have seen him, gone back and reacquire his old veterans that he left, like Greninja and Pidgeot, and use them and, get updated things with them, like maybe Pidgeot's Megastone, Charizard's Megastone, Gigantamax Butterfree, things like that he could have used with his old Pokemon as well as his Journey's team, where he could have mixed them in. And I wish he would have done that, because I feel like with them retiring Ash now, his old veterans didn't get used, and maybe we'll get that in this 11 episode thing where he'll travel with some of them or all of them or rotate them in, and we'll all get special interactions with each of them, and he'll go back and he'll get Greninja, and maybe he'll get Pidgeot and Butterfree and Primeape and reacquire all these, and Goodra, and reacquire all these kind of released or parted with friends, and bring them back. But that's just kind of what I would hope, which I like Ash as a character. I feel like his journey isn't done yet. I wish they would continue with him, but that's ultimately up to the writers, and they've chosen, I guess, to part ways with him. Hopefully it's not permanently. Hopefully, they do bring him into the new anime, whether it be through a cameo somewhere or an age up. I would just hope that they do something with him. I would hope that he gets brought into a game at some point, because he hasn't been there yet. He's been hinted at and alluded to, but he's never been there, and I think he would be awesome to see added in somewhere. But yeah, it feels like now as a whole, with the no national decks anymore in the video games, the different style of the way Scarlet and Violet is progressing and how Pokemon's been going the past few years, and now them retiring Ash, it kind of feels like the Pokemon that we all kind of knew is changed and kind of gone forever type thing, maybe. But it just feels like it's all different now going forward. And it feels like the anime was kind of that last tether to old Pokemon, that we kind of had, and Ash was our tether to that. So without him, it feels weird, it feels weird going forward. And I hope the best for the new anime. I'll give it a check out and try, but I'm not too hopeful for it myself, because like I said, Ash is my childhood friend. So without him, it's just weird. But yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. It's sad. It's sad. It's bittersweet, but it's sad. To think about, because I said it on Twitter, and I don't know if I've said it here. It just feels like that last tie to my childhood that I had left was Ash in the anime and stuff like that, and Pokemon. And without Ash, like I said, it changes everything. It makes it different. And going forward, I'll always love and continue to love Pokemon. And that's why I make Pokemon videos now on YouTube, because it's one of the franchises that I've grown up with. It's one of the ones that I am very passionate about. And I'm going to try and figure out content that I can make for all of you. And hopefully, along the way, we could, maybe I can make friends with some of you guys and make more Pokemon community friends and stuff like that. But But yeah, this is different. So if you have watched this, if you are watching this video and you're not familiar with the channel, hi, I'm David or Wolfstalker, um, and like Pokemon is such a an awesome, amazing thing, and I'm glad to have been a part of it, been a part of this this era of Pokemon and watched it and grown up with Ash. Um, One thing that Sarah did say that I do want to kind of talk about, she did say on Twitter she's made a post and she made a video too, which you should go check that out because it's very um, heartwarming. But she said that it's been an extraordinary privilege to have been the English voice of Ash Ketchum for what will be 17 years. No matter what lies beyond his final chapter, he'll live forever in the hearts of many generations to come, and I'll keep him present for all of us in every way that she can. Which is such like a, it's hitting everyone, and maybe some people out there, it's a feeling of relief that Ash is gone. Maybe you feel like Ash needs to move on and progress further. I feel like it's just a way the writers could have evolved him better instead of the constant resets that they do with him all the time. Which I feel like Journey was that like nice evolution step, but it's ending his evolution step instead of progressing further, as far as we're aware. So I don't know. It's just a lot. But this is rambling, So if you're new here to the channel and you're a Pokemon anime fan, hi. I don't usually do stuff like this about the anime. But this is like a new thing. So if you're interested in checking out any of my other content, I would always greatly appreciate it. Let me know in the comments below what is one of your most fond memories of Pokemon. One of my worst memories I remember is with my trading cards, because I collected the trading cards, the Chakara, Tome, little figures, the Pokemon Battle Stadium game, the video games, the stuffed animals, stuff like that. I still have my original Pikachu stuffed animal, everything like that. I have a lot of it. But I know one of my worst Pokemon memories was when I was a kid. I had a stack of my Pokemon cards, which were unsleeved. I didn't have a deck box, nothing like that, and they were on a nightstand in my room, which I had like a random like McDonald's, Burger King style cup that was on my stand as well, next to the similarly close to the cards, like kind of close, and the bottom of the like thing overnight like busted out kind of, and the water spilled everywhere and kind of ruined the bottom stack of my cards. And one of my biggest cards and one of my favorite cards in there that I had that got destroyed, I still have it, it's all crinkled and messed up, is my Blaine's Charizard. And Charizard's one of my all-time favorite, if not my favorite Pokemon of all time. Him, Bulbasaur, Darkrai, Blaziken, Metagross, I love all of them. But Charizard's one of my favorite. And I know one of the like the happiest moments for me with Pokemon, one of my original memories is when I was a kid, I played Pokemon Yellow. I never beat it because I never understood how to get through Cinnabar, the Burned Mansion, as a kid. But my friend that I had that was my neighbor at the time, he had Red or Blue or something like that, and he had a Gas or a Haunter in that game. And I don't remember if I just wanted it or if he didn't need it anymore or something like that. And so he traded it to me for like just like a Pidgey or something like that. And it evolved in the Gengar, and Gengar became one of my all-time favorites. And that thing knew Thunderbolt for me, and it was just, I always remember that Gengar. Like that is like one of my like earliest Pokemon memories, is getting that Gengar from my friend and it not obeying me. It was kind of, that's kind of why it ties into Charizard, because it was that similar thing in the anime with like Ash and Charizard, how Charizard didn't obey Ash and stuff like that. And that's how my Gengar was when I played Yellow, was my Gengar just didn't obey me. It was like a Charizard in a way. It was higher level, it was traded, so it didn't obey me at all. And that's one of my memories I always think back to. So let me know in the comments below, what's one of your favorite, either saddest or happiest Pokemon memories, and what do you think about Ash being retired? Like I said, I think he could continue on, but that's their choice. And I'll back it, but I won't be happy about it. So if you enjoyed this rambling, this, whatever this was, leave a like down below. Would greatly appreciate it, because like it's hitting me today, you know, it's hitting me, and I feel it feels sad and it feels bad, man. Like it's depressing, and it like I said, feels like a loss of a friend. So leave a like if you know enjoyed the ramble. If you're new here, you know, and you want to stick around, I would greatly appreciate it if you want to subscribe. I'm gonna try and make as much Pokemon content and other game content as I can. Um, you know, I love doing this YouTube stuff, and I would greatly love to communicate with some of you guys, and maybe even play, you know, do games and stuff like that in the future, play games and stuff, you know, depending on what it is, like Pokemon raids and other things. And I might even be coming back to doing maybe potentially live streaming, either here on YouTube or maybe over on Twitch. I'm not sure. Links in the description for the Twitch if you want to, but I'm not sure where I'll be doing it at. But one thing I do plan on doing that I want to talk about here is there's another YouTuber named, I think, Keegan something. I can't remember it's like Keegan possibly J. I can't remember. But I think it was Keegan something, and he does like playthroughs on games where he plays through like as specific characters using their Pokemon, stuff like that. I thought this was a creative idea. Yeah, Keegan J. I thought this was a creative idea. Personally, when I thought about it with Scarlet and Violet, I didn't realize I didn't know about his channel. I didn't realize he did it. But I do intend on playing through Scarlet with using Ash's Pokemon, all of his that he's acquired throughout the games. I'll be doing it kind of like one of those 100-day videos where I do a script, voiceover, stuff like that, do the video. I might be streaming it either here on YouTube, possibly next week or the week after, or streaming it on Twitch. I haven't decided yet if I want to stream it. If you're interested in something like that and you want to see me play through the game with all of Ash's Pokemon, and then do the recorded video later, let me know. You know, let me know in the comments if you're interested in like that, and then maybe I'll stream it, something like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my ramble. Hopefully it's not too depressing. This is a different type of video, and yeah, I'll catch you guys all in the next one. And again, you know, I just want to say, you know, thank you to the writers for the anime. Thank you to Veronica and Sarah, and thank you, you know, to Ash and Pikachu. I know they're fictional, but it's, you know, longtime friend. I'm, you know, glad to have, you know, met them and, you know, known them as characters. So, see you guys in the next one. Bye.